I started HESTAN some 30 years ago. Year was 1996. I bought a piece of property in Napa Valley. And the idea was to really enjoy life. And I started to plant vines. It wasn't about cookware, but it was about producing the absolute best that I can do in life. Then I was working on the ultimate cookware because I've been in the cookware business really for 50 years. I started when I was, 5 years old. And to do that, I was so close to buying the best stainless steel company in the world. And when that fell out of my pocket, I promised myself, Stanley, you can do better. We set up our own. It took me something like 2 or 3 years to figure out how would I do that, really create our own stainless steel ultimate brand that would be better than anything else in the world. That was the vision. It's a pursuit of ultimate performance in stainless steel. That's the birth of HESTAN.
It's a big piece of my life besides being a chef, which is being a bike racer. I go and I ride my bike 12,000 miles a year. If I look at my cycling life, I'm trying to get the best equipment, the best bikes, the best wheels, the best helmets, the best sunglasses. Those are my tools. That's the same thing about functional, perfect, beautiful equipment that does the job that's helping you. I mean, the reason why you have this light, fast bike is the same reason why you have this beautiful pan.
It's hard to remember when Stanley and I met, and when he started to develop HESTAN, he worked diligently to continue to improve, the cookware to a point where he came to me and said, Thomas, I really need you to try this.
So the professional chef told me, I don't know, Stanley, what did you do to the pan? Why does it heat up so quickly? It's almost like copper. It heats up so quickly. That's the secret of 901. It heats up so quickly.
One of our most important pieces of equipment is cookware, critical in our ability to perform at a very high level. The conductivity, the evenness of the conductivity of the metals, bonded metals together, and the quickness of that, the heating quality and the speed of the heating. And then of course the recuperation, which means once you put the ingredients in the saute pan, how long does it take to recuperate back to the temperature? Those three simple elements, the HESTAN exceeds anything else that's available today.
Cooking equipment is very, very important in being able to deliver great flavor, deliver consistency, especially in a professional setting. The cookware itself, of course, is what actually touches the food and transfers heat to food. And so it's really transforming these raw ingredients into something else. And that medium is very, very important.
The cookware is where you really want to invest your money. Buy fewer, better pieces, heirlooms for the next generation. But I have not yet touched a better set of cookware anywhere in the world other than HESTAN. Their cookware is handmade in their own factories just outside of Milan. The rounded beveled edges, dishwasher safe, the engine inside, pure aluminum core. That's going to give you spectacular even heat distribution without adding a ton of weight. I love the fact that this is non-coated because nothing's ever going to flake off.
HESTAN is about the pursuit of perfection, the pursuit of the ultimate excellence. That's HESTAN. If it's not innovative, it is not HESTAN.
It has this nice little rim where the sauce just flows right out and drip and then stops. And that's a very small detail, and maybe the guests never know, but me as a chef, I notice. That is a game changer in terms of cleanliness.
I've been using HESTAN cookware since about 2016. But HESTAN as a company and as a brand is something that I've been familiar with far longer. And I like seeing them in my kitchen. And I think especially at home, you want a nice looking kitchen in your home. You want to work with things that look beautiful. And I think that makes you a little bit more inspired and motivated to cook well and create something that's also beautiful.
It's a better product. Stanley and I, still today, we endeavor to bring to not only our restaurants, but the consumers, the best cooking utensils and cookware in the world.
Well, the details matter. So before I actually had HESTAN cookware in my restaurant, I used it at my home, especially when you want to do something exciting, when you sort of want to push yourself to something maybe you never thought you could achieve. It's all in the details, and that matters with what we use here. And that's very important for us because behind me, we have about 50 to 60 different pots hanging that we use every single day, that we have to clean every single day. And by the time we get to service, those pots and pans need to look like they came out of the box every single day.
If I'm gonna tell you, it won't be a secret anymore, but secretly it's my favorite pan.
Is they're able to withstand the abuse that professional kitchens dole out.
So there are other things that are just as important. I mean, we spend hours and hours in the kitchen.
The first time I picked up a HESTAN pan and felt that was a handle that's easy to grip, is designed here with a little catch.
That little simple little crux makes my life so much easier.
ProBond became my home hero. Flush riveting on the inside allows us to clean this really, really well.
I'm not fighting with sauce or burn of things sticking on rivets.
If it takes longer to clean than it does to cook,
We don't do anything casually. We love quality, craftsmanship. That when we insist on the best of the best every single time, then you walk into my restaurant, you are gonna have one of the best meals of your life. And HESTAN helps us deliver that every single night.
For me, I like working with a certain kind of pan that's very ergonomic friendly. I think these handles are just the perfect length and shape, but then I think they're also very durable in terms of how you can clean them. I feel like these pots and pans have incredible balance to them, and it's very, very easy to work with.
This is my workhorse pan at home because it sped up, it made use of the lower BTUs that you have at home. It transformed those into a more powerful tool by using this pan. Secretly, it's my favorite pan. It is a fine detail when I talk about things like craftsmanship. Craftsmanship is thinking about these little things.
Before Steve Jobs invented the iPhone, people didn't know that they needed the iPhone, right? Even they were happy with whatever they had at the time. But then, when Jobs did that, created the iPhone, that was a whole different experience, so much higher level than what was available. And with HESTAN, I had that vision that we could produce the ultimate stainless steel cookware. I put an accent on stainless steel, the best stainless steel possible, with technology that the world doesn't even know, what the consumer doesn't even know that they need, that is possible. And that's the inspiration. And that inspiration, it actually took me some 30 years of research around the world to perfect the technology of the HESTAN technology, the first HESTAN technology, which is the nanobond technology. No one has it. We're the only company that does it.
The larger aluminum core, the sealed rims, the flush rivets, the comfortable handles, the weight of it, the quality of it, the craftsmanship around it.
It basically has everything that you want in a commercial kitchen.
With these nanobond pans, they get hot so fast that you put them on your stove and you're kind of ready to go.
But it looks like something you can display your house.
And I think it just changes the way you work.
And that's why I choose HESTAN, because it works for me every time.
And that becomes really, really important, because if you're going to the farmer's market and you're going to the butcher and you're making this beautiful food at home and you have the best ingredients, how do you not have the best cookware?